ルーム。
Hey guys, coming at you with a statue unboxing today. This one is by Wan Xiang. I believe that's how you say the studio name. And this is a 1/6 scale Law from the Punk Hazard arc. So starting off here, we're going to do a quick side pan. We've got both arms, the sword, his hat, some smoke effects, the base, this cool interpretation of room. We've got Law, a piece of the Sad Factory, some spillover effects from the canisters, and this really massive cloak. Okay, first thing we gotta do is pick up this base and check out what's on the bottom. We've got the studio logo, and we've got our piece number, 31 of 258. At the very bottom here, we have a nice little Heart Pirate logo, which leads up into some smoke effects, and what I'm assuming is Law's room bubble, kind of shattered. Above that, we have canisters, different pieces of the Sad Factory, some gears, lots of rubble and pipes. And then this column here has a really nice crack in it. They did a great job detailing it. Alright, on to our first piece. We have this spillover effect with a nice little heart on it, which was a cool addition, and that crack is really well done as well. That just snaps in nice like that, and then we have another spillover effect right here, which is going to snap in on the other side behind those gears. Shifting over to the other side here, we have this large sweeping smoke effect that's going to rest on top of that shattered bubble. Now this does have quite a bit of play in it, but as we add a few more pieces, it'll sturdy up. Speaking of which, this cap right here goes on top of that last cylinder on the bottom, and the magnet helps to hold it and that smoke effect on. Now for the man himself, Law. I feel like they did an awesome job capturing his likeness. It feels very well detailed, be it the face, hair, body, or clothing. Moving down the leg, we can see another nice little touch with this tear here. So there's a steel rod in his leg that will key into this canister like so. Unfortunately, there's quite a bit of paint transferred on his torso, but it all gets covered up when we put the cloak on. I had to pull you aside for a second to take a look at this thing. This part alone has to contribute to at least a third of the piece's total weight. That said, it's incredibly well done. There are a ton of small scratches and tears in it. Also, the texture really makes it look realistic. And now for the tricky part. All that's keeping this from falling off right now is that gear in the background. Once we get his left arm in though, it'll be rock solid. And here it is. Mostly just an extension of the cloak, but it will be holding his sword a little bit later. So we'll just pull this up and key it in right there. Panning back to the left again, we can take a look at his right arm. They really packed a lot in here. All the tattoos were painted beautifully, and the muscles and veins feel so lifelike. Alone, this arm is just held in with a small magnet. It locks in better with the help of this next part. So, this is the studio's interpretation of Law's room ability. I for one think it's an awesome representation. That said, this part was a fun one to figure out how to mount. Once you know though, it's not bad. The top keys into his arm, and the bottom rests on the smoke effect. This part really helps everything to become much more solid. Moving on up, we have a sculpt of Law's hat. It rests nicely on his cloak here, and I kind of feel like it was the studio's way of trying to capture that moment when Virgo knocked it off his head. Next up, Kikoku. This is Law's sword, and they did not skimp on the detail. The scabbard, hilt, and tsuba were expertly executed. This is held in place by friction created from his hand and the cord wrapped around the scabbard. Alright, rounding things off, we have 4 smoke effects that were a blast to try and figure out. All in all though, they made for a nice addition to the piece. And here it is. I've got a little bit of B-roll for you guys here, and I added some green LEDs at the end. The piece did have a light up feature, but it was underwhelming to say the least. So let's check out this footage and I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, that wraps things up, guys. I've got a couple 1-to-1 scale devil fruits and a statue of Genichimaro from Bleach coming up in the future. If you enjoyed the video and you could give it a like, I'd greatly appreciate it. That said, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.